Hello Leslie, this is Bryce with Little Big Marketing. I believe you spoke with my colleague Mark about how SEO can generate more leads from your Google business profile and website, and just wanted to explain a little bit about how Google works and what they look for in deciding who ranks first in Google search. So first off, I was looking for your website, but I think Mark mentioned that you took down the website for now. So that's unfortunate. I can't do a full audit on your site. But I can still look at your past rankings, and it looks like you guys had a lot of backlinks in the past. Someone is doing SEO maybe starting around 2020 or 2019, because you had a whole lot of backlinks at the peak in November 2020, and then it's gone down from there. Looks like your rankings have never been super good, so I'm not sure who is making all of these backlinks, but maybe somebody invested a little bit in SEO but wasn't very high quality SEO or something. But I'm not really sure. Also, but I can show you still how Google works and what you need to have on your website in order to rank it by showing you your competitors. So if I search vehicle tinting Fort Lauderdale, Florida, which I imagine that's an area you want to target since you're in Davie, a close by city, the number one ranking person is Tint World, which they're ranking everywhere because they're a fairly large franchise. Oh, excuse me. And they have a lot of off-page SEO budget. Let me put their website into Ahrefs so you can see what they're ranking as, since we don't really need to look at yours too much. But even just the next ranking person, Window Tinting Florida, Fort Lauderdale.fl, these guys are ranking really well too. Let's put them in that same tool right here. So these guys are getting 656 traffic per month, and we can see exactly what keywords they're ranking for to see what keywords you might want to target on your own website and your SEO campaigns. So they're ranking for front field tint, window tint Fort Lauderdale. That's a good keyword. So this gets searched 400 times every single month. They're currently in position number 2 for that keyword. And the keyword difficulty, this column right here, is how competitive it is. It's only an 8. So that's not very hard to outrank this competitor, or to rank number 1, an 8 out of 100. So it's definitely doable. Window tinting Fort Lauderdale gets also searched 400 times a month. Dr. Window Tint, I think that's their brand maybe, gets searched a little bit. Car wraps, the different services. So essentially what you want to do when you're trying to rank a website in Google is you want to make a list of these types of keywords that you're trying to rank for, and then you organize them by the ones you want to rank for the most, by the highest volume, and then you write content and put that content on your actual website. So if I'm trying to rank for window tinting Fort Lauderdale, then I want to put the actual keywords inside of the content of the site. See, they already have that exact keyword there 9 times. That's why they're ranking so well, including the FL and everything. And especially putting the keywords in the header, that's really, really important. Other things to do for the website is making sure that the images are saved correctly as like different keywords, making sure the website loads quickly. We could put this in there. Page speed thing, it probably loads pretty well. Making sure it has schema markup, which is like the code that goes in the back end of Google. All of those things are called on-page SEO. There's 2 parts of SEO, on-page and off-page. So the on-page is making sure that the website loads quickly, has the keywords, has a decent amount of content. Usually for the home page, you want to have at least 1,000 words, if not 2,000, depending on how competitive it is. Then you want to have a separate service page for each other service that you're trying to rank in Google. So if you're doing car wraps or tinting, you want to have a page for each specific type of service. Then you can rank all of the relevant keywords for each of those services on that page. You can also add location pages, like if you want to rank in Fort Lauderdale and also want to rank in Davie or any other locations in the area, you can make a location page for each city that you want to rank in. Once you have your website all set up and optimized and everything else, the next step to do is do off-page SEO, which it looks like somebody had already attempted to do on your website in the past. But essentially, off-page SEO is getting these things called backlinks. So a backlink is another website anywhere on the internet that is linking to your website. So technically, when you create a Facebook page, for example, all of these things here are backlinks that go to your website. Your Facebook page, Yelp, Angie's List, Foursquare, LinkedIn, There are other websites that have your website linked on their site somewhere. There's different kinds of backlinks. Some are better than others. The most powerful backlinks usually are these things called guest posts, where we write a blog about your industry or about your company, and then they link to your website on that blog. But you have to pay for those. So there's guest posts, there's press releases, blog comments, citations. That's what all of these are. These are citations, social profiles. All of those things pretty much tell Google how important your website is and how authoritative your website is. The more that you have, the more legit of a company you seem to Google, and so they'll rank you higher for all the keywords that you're indexed for, is kind of the idea. The other part of our SEO package, aside from actually ranking all of these keywords, your website for all those keywords, is ranking your actual Google business profile. If you notice, when we search anything on Google, first you have the ads, then you have these map pack, as we call them, the Google business profiles. And actually, your Google business profiles, taking a look at it earlier, is doing really good. You guys have actually done some decent on-page SEO on it. You have the products already filled out. The category is all correct. Looks like you have a business description. Somebody's been doing some GMB posts, not super frequently, but still, like, you have some. So you already have a pretty good start, actually. And I imagine, let me check. If we search directly in your city, you're probably ranking in the top 3. Window tinting, maybe Florida, because you have a pretty good foundation. But if you want to rank, further on, Allstate window tinted blinds. Yep, there you are, number 2. That's awesome. So good job. You're ranking for Davie already. But the idea is you want to rank, for the proximity all around you, as far as Fort Lauderdale or other sections. You can rank for 20-mile radius if you do really, really good on your SEO. But there's lots of different ranking factors. The amount of citations you have, which are like the different backlinks that mention your business. The amount of reviews you have is another factor. Uploading photos is another really big thing. You guys have a lot of those, so that's probably part of the reason you're doing good. Doing the on-page SEO for the GMB, which is like the products, adding services. You might want to make these images. Oh, just wasn't loading, I guess. Those all affect it. We also, in our SEO package, do GMB posts at least once a week. Depending on the competition, we'll do even more. That also affects who's ranking in the Google Business Profile. So if you'd like to get a custom plan together, get together with Mark, and he can help put together a package to either build you a new website if you don't have one, or do on-page SEO and optimize your site, and then rank both your Google Business Profile and your website on Google to be able to capture some of those leads that you'd be getting. There's really high search volume in Fort Lauderdale. I mean, all of those keywords had like 400 volume. So if you're ranking number 1 for that, you'd probably be getting, at least 700 to 1,000 traffic per month. And if even just 10% of those people become leads, you're still getting 70 to 100 new leads per month just from your website that you wouldn't otherwise be getting. So definitely a lot of opportunity in your market. Hopefully we have a chance to work together in the future. Thanks.